If you have been searching for the highest quality stickers that you could possibly make, designing them on your own and printing them at the best and purest quality, I have the solution for you today, and that is UV DTF stickers, hot off the press. This is like the biggest thing and trendiest thing that people are talking about right now, and y'all, they are not wrong. As a crafty girl, I am always looking for the highest quality and newest trending craft, and y'all, UV DTF does not disappoint. I'm about to blow y'all's mind and show you exactly what I'm talking about when you're hearing the words UV DTF, what it means, why they're different, and why they're so much better than other standard stickers. So we're gonna get right into it. If you're like, I don't even know what any of that means, I promise you're gonna know everything you need to know about what they are and how to make your own for under $1 per sticker. And y'all, these are not just normal stickers. These UV DTF stickers are incredible. I've got some printed over here. I'm gonna actually show you. We've ordered these in gang sheets amount, meaning we've ordered like 3-foot rolls of these. They're just so good. The quality is unmatched, and we're gonna go over why it's unmatched here in this video. So if you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead, click subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified every single time we post. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so this is a UV DTF sheet that we have obviously already cut up and picked through because y'all, we love these stickers around here. You can ask anybody in the office. These are the best quality stickers ever. And not only that, but I have the ability to use all of our Makers Gonna Learn files and create my own stickers, okay? You can use singular images, you can layer images, you can literally design these however you want. I just want to show you the quality before we even get into what all of it means, because these stickers are absolutely beautiful. So UV DTF refers to a printing method that uses UV cured inks applied directly onto a thin film or substrate, which is then transferred onto a surface. So you can see here, they're kind of shiny. This has 3 layers virtually. So when I pull it apart, you've got this top clear layer, which is our transfer layer. And then you have the actual sticker, and then you have this back piece. And all you have to do is take this off, stick it onto whatever you want, and then you're good to go. Now, UV DTF does not work with fabrics. It's gonna come off if you try to put this onto a t-shirt or something like that. UV DTF was really meant for hard substrates, so think tumblers, mugs, phone cases, laptop cases. I've even got some on my laptop case I can show you all that are super high quality. So I've got this little snake file, which is an MGL file, and I have these cherries over here, and I just feel like the quality of them really sets them apart. So not only can you design your own DTF stickers, you can also purchase pre-made designs from different websites. So we predominantly use Atlanta Vinyl, but you can also purchase these on 143 Vinyl, which is a very trusted website that we use all the time. And then there are a couple other places like Etsy and other random websites that you can use to get your prints. Now, if this is something that you're wanting to get into, if you're wanting to sell these stickers, or if you already create stickers, but you really want to level up the quality, I would recommend trying out different print providers and seeing which one looks the best to you. You want to think about how fast they can ship and how well the quality of the print is. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to the share screen, and I'm going to show you how you can get onto Atlanta Vinyl. I'm going to show you the exact process. If you're using Atlanta Vinyl, it's pretty similar to the other places. I'm just going to show you how to take those images, put them in a document, upload them, and then send them off to be printed. It is such an easy process, you all. It's almost like printing your own pictures. You just send them off, somebody else does the work, sends it back to you, and then you're good to go. You're good to sell these. These are really great for selling, in my opinion. If I saw these stickers out and about, I'm gonna grab these. If they're beside another kind of sticker, I'm gonna grab these because they just look so good. So let's go ahead and get into that. So I just wanted to show you from the website. This is the 143 Vinyl homepage. If you're wanting to use 143 Vinyl and you've used them before and you feel comfortable with them, you just come down here to this UV direct to film decals, and that is where you're gonna find where you plug in all of the images and things like that. I really like on their website that they have this starting price. They have where you can just upload your image, And then they even had the current turnaround time, which is 48 to 72 hours. And they also let you know when that turnaround time was updated, okay? So on this one, you're just gonna select Layout Designer. You just come over here to the right and click here to add the layers. Now we're using Atlanta vinyl, so I'm gonna show you how to use theirs. I have not printed with 143 vinyl for UV DTF stickers specifically, and so I wanna show you the one that I have used that I know works really well. We've done this multiple times at this point. So we're on Atlanta Vinyl's home page, and then you can see up here they've got a little fire emoji and it says UV DTF sticker transfers. That's where we want to be at. And then once you get to this page, it's going to give you a little bit about what they are. You can build a gang sheet, upload a gang sheet, and it's even going to give you pricing. I really like seeing this pricing up front so you can know like, hey, if I get this size, that's how much it's going to cost. I recently printed a 15 by 36 inch sheet of stickers. It was $29. Y'all, I think I put 60 stickers on that sheet. That's less than 50 cents a sticker. So if you did a 15 by 36 inch gang sheet for $29 and you fit 60 stickers on there, that's about 48 cents per sticker. I mean, you can't beat it. For the quality, this is just unmatched, honestly. So I want to show you all how you can build your own gang sheet now. So right here, you can select build a gang sheet. And then when you get over here, you're going to select the dimensions that you want. Now, depending on if you're just getting started or if you've got some experience and you haven't had a chance to try Atlanta vinyl yet, you can pick your size accordingly. So if you're just starting, you could just start out with a 15 by 12, which is what we started out with. It's $12. And on this sheet that we printed, I want to say, let's see, we've got 4, 8, 12, 16-ish on here. So you're still able to print pretty decently sized stickers, and you can fill up that little area as much as you want. So what I do is take the dimensions of the gang sheet that I want to print. So let's just say that we did want to do a 15 by 12. What I'm going to do is go over to Canva and I'm going to create a design that is 15 by 12. So you're going to select create a design, go to custom size, and then we're going to select inches and we're going to do 15 by 12 and then hit create new design. And this is where the fun part happens, because now you can add in whatever images that you want. Okay, so you can use Canva elements, you can use Maker's Gonna Learn images, whatever your heart desires. So let's type in retro teacher. I think these would make really good teacher gifts, or if you are selling at markets, these would be really good to put on your sticker area. So they have lots of really cute retro teacher graphics here that you can use. I personally love these. You can do multiples as well if you wanted to do like 3 of each sticker right in a row. And then you just want to make sure you're getting them at the right size. So I try to stay between 2.5 to 3. Now, if you want to have bigger stickers, you totally can. You just got to think the bigger it is, the less value you're getting out of the area that you're printing on. So I like to stay around 3 inches. And what I'll do sometimes, if I resize after I duplicate, sometimes I will hit Control click. And then once you get it sized how you want, then you can duplicate. Okay, and then you can just keep adding. Go through, find all of the images that you want, add them in, and you can make them fit however you want on here so that you can fill up this entire piece of paper. You can also layer images to create your own new designs. If you want to add words, feel free to do that as well. This is what makes this so fun. If you've already got some pre-existing designs, that also would work. You can just pop them in, save them as a high quality PNG with a transparent background, and you can pop your own images in here as well. A lot of times I will take the images, select multiples, and then go to position and tidy them up so they're evenly spaced. And then you want to make sure that they are the size that you want. Select them all. You can hit tidy up. I'm going to pull these apart a little bit. You've got to think you're going to want to need to have space to cut them. So you want to put them close, but not too close. And then if you want to upload your own images, you can go to the Makers Gonna Learn website and go to cut files. You can also use print and cut files, and just search for, you know, whatever stickers that you see that catch your eye that you think would work well for this. So this one is really cute. I'm going to use this. I've been dying to use this file anyways. I think it's adorable. I'm going to open up the zip file, and then we can just drag and drop that image into Canva. And we're going to be using the PNG. So you're going to want to always use a high quality PNG image for these images, because you do want the highest and best quality. And we want to have a PNG that is at least 300 DPI. So these images from Makers Gonna Learn wouldn't necessarily be stickers that a customer would buy, but they are stickers that someone might buy if they are wanting to create a teacher gift. So that is something to think about as well. So right now I'm just trying to make a little bit more space for some more of these stickers, and I'm just kind of finding what fits and then popping it down in those open spaces. So I really wanted to fill this up as much as I possibly could, and I feel like we have. So I'm gonna space these out a little bit more. Once you got it exactly how you want it, we're gonna export this as a PNG with a transparent background. Now, whatever website you're using is going to let you know exactly how you need to upload your image. So let's go back to Atlanta Vinyl and double check on what it says. So we've selected the 15 by 12. It's letting us know the processing turnaround time is 2 to 3 business days, excluding holidays and weekends. And then we are going to build our own gang sheet. So when you select that, it's going to give you some options. It says you can start a brand new gang sheet, you can open a previously ordered one, or auto build. And I'm just going to select start a new one. Now it's going to let us know right here the resolution line. So if we have green resolution lines, it's going to mean that it is 300 DPI, and that is optimal resolution. Okay, so let's go back to Canva, and we're going to save this. So we said we need to download this as a PNG, transparent background, and then select download. Okay, so it's popped into our downloads. I'm going to come back over to Atlanta Vinyl. I can select this recently downloaded right here, and I can actually click and drag that into my image area. And then you can see it's popped up right here. I'm just going to select it, and it's going to pop into our gang sheet. Then we're going to need to fill the space, okay? So you want to make sure you're not going over the edges, but you want to completely fill everything. Once you've got it how you like it, then you're going to hit save. And we're going to title this one Teacher Gang Sheet and hit save. Or if you're ready to go, you can go ahead and hit save and add to cart. Now it does give us a little check off here. It says no overlapping images, and it's green, but then the next one says no low resolution images, and it's red. And then it gives us the green light on the no items overlapping the artboard. I know that these images are high quality, so I'm not sure which ones it's picking up on that are low quality. I have gotten this notification before, and I selected print anyway, and the quality was really not bad. So I'm going to select print anyway, and then you have this little checkbox saying that you agree you have reproduction rights or own the artwork, so you're not using stolen images, which we're not. And then we're going to go to add to cart and exit, okay? And then it's in our carts. It's only $12, and then you can just proceed to checkout, pay for it, and they're going to ship it straight to you. So super easy. All right, did you all know it was this easy to create your own high quality stickers? Let me know in the comments if you have tried this before and what you think about these DTF stickers. They're honestly one of our favorite things here in the studio. I have been obsessed with ordering them. I've been going to markets, and I am selling these stickers at my markets because the quality is just so good. And I can put my own designs on them. So make sure to leave a comment and let us know what you think about this. And make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to have a link down below for you guys to sign up for our membership for only $1. And you can get the images that we use today to create your own UV DTF stickers. So we will see you all in the next one. And if you like this video, make sure to check out this one. And I'll see you guys over there.
Okay, let's go ahead and hop over to the table and let's take a look at what we are making today.
I mean,
I'm looking at the reflection of that. Y'all, I cannot.
It's gorge.
It's Gorgina Bobina.
Gorgina Bobina.
Gorgina, look at that.
It looks good on that color sweatshirt too.
Okay, so what we are gonna be doing, we'll go overhead and I'll talk about all of the supplies. Actually, while we're overhead and I'm talking about supplies, do you care to run out there and get those other colors of the Super Puff?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what we're going to be creating today. Yes, the shine is phenomenal. The puff is amazing. It's smooth, it is beautiful, it's perfect. So what you're gonna need is you are going to need a blank sweatshirt, shirt, it really doesn't matter. We're actually gonna be using this shirt today. This one, it's a cute little leopard, like a cream leopard print. We're gonna be using it today. It doesn't matter. I personally don't think it matters the makeup of your material. I will say we are doing this on 100% cotton, but I don't think that there is anything very specific that you have to, like a specific color. There's a royal blue in there somewhere.
Is there also?
Yes.
I just really want to try glitter offset with puff.
Okay.
With metallic puff. I want to try that.
And it's going to be on yours. Perfect. We can do that. So Alicia has brought in, first of all, let me just, I sent her out to go get some other stuff. And I want you to look at all of the glitter puff that she brought back because she wants me to do an offset on this puff. So we're gonna choose a glitter offset and we're gonna teach you, we're just gonna, why not just go ahead and teach you how to add.
I don't see the blue.
It's inside that red, I see it right there.
Oh, is it metallic?
Should be.
I ordered some of this cobalt blue.
I know we got royal blue. It might be in a box. Is there some in a box?
No.
There it is, that's it.
Oh, I thought you were looking for metallic. Oh, it
is metallic.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, the blue is absolutely stunning. So these are all the colors that we have. She has so many other colors, but these three colors, oh my God, I can't. I mean, I can't. This is amazing. So, but she does have red, which is amazing for Christmas. I did a sweatshirt it was on a forest green, and it was this, was it red or, no, it was gold.
You did gold.
I did gold, but it was really cute. On red flock. Yes, so she has red, she has this royal blue, which is, I mean, look at that.
Oh, that blue looks beautiful. Good on camera too. All of them look really good on camera, actually. Anyway, I'm just obsessed with this. Someone did ask, can you put puff on top of HTV? Yes, you can put puff on top of HTV, but you can't layer other things on top of puff. So just know that you have to, you can layer stuff with puff on top, but when it's puff, there can't be anything else on top of it, okay? Okay.
Let's finish our supplies. That's what I was talking about. Blank. Shirt, sweatshirt, don't care. Super Puff vinyl from Vinyl Tool Supply. Yeah, Karen, I really do like those colors. Love this. If you want to recreate this today and you don't have the Super Puff, you can use what vinyl you have. It's just not gonna look as fabulous as this. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we do have our heat press here. One thing about puff vinyl, and this is whether it's Super Puff or regular puff, you have to have pressure to activate the puff. It is going to be very, very hard, and I've seen a lot of people post on Facebook, and not necessarily in the Makers Gonna Learn group. I've seen it on, I've seen a lot of people like on the Cricut free SVG. I think there's a group that pops up on my Facebook, and they're talking about puff. It's the pressure that helps activate the puff. If you don't have the pressure, it ends up looking just bad. I don't know how else to say it in a nice way. It ends up looking like you have melted your vinyl and it just doesn't puff right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing a smaller area and all you have is a Cricut press, that's fine. Just make sure when you are pressing it that you have the leverage to add more pressure, if you're strong enough to add more pressure on your Cricut press than just setting it on top of it. It's not the same. You have to have more pressure than just sitting it on top, okay? So just know, if you don't have a heat press and you want to do super puff and you want to make super puff, my suggestion to you is there 9 times out of 10, there is someone that you know that probably has a heat press that if you ask might let you use it. Or in a lot of areas, they have what they call maker spaces. We have one here in our area that you can go to and use equipment like this to make things, but you don't have to purchase. You may have to be a member of a maker space. You may have to pay like a monthly fee.
I'm a member of our maker space, and I think it's like $28 a month. And you can use anything they have.
Yes.
A lot of places will have like woodworking, like ours has woodworking, and then they also have like a cutter machine or a laser, or like some of them are like real bougie, okay?
Yeah.
It can get crazy.
It can get crazy, but I highly suggest, if you don't have a heat press but you want to try something like this, maybe even before purchasing a heat press, check out, just kind of Google and ask around and see if you can find any maker spaces in your area. That way you can test it out before actually purchasing. That's just my 2 cents. So the only other thing that we have on our table is our t-shirt ruler. That's just going to be to help us center our stuff onto your shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and plug my heat press in. I'm going to be setting my heat press right now. Before we get started, I'm going to set my heat press at 275. That's the other thing is and Sadie, tell me if my mic starts. It's like falling down in my shirt, I feel like. Oopsie daisy, I'm not paying attention. Give me a second. Oh, I've turned it to Celsius. Hold on. So here, if you have some type of auto press and you can't manually, this is the instance where people are like, which would you choose, a clamshell or an auto press? Y'all, an auto press is gonna work 90% of the time for what you're doing, especially because I know we have some friends of the channel who do have issues with like arthritis and things like that. And unfortunately, that's just part of the human experience. We all have things that we deal with. So if you have something like that, an auto press is great. A workaround that you could do is add extra pressing pillows. Like this is a mat that goes on the bottom of ours. Let me show you what an actual pressing pillow looks like. So this is an oblong pressing pillow, but it could be something that you put in your shirt, like in the middle of your shirt, and you see how it's raised here? It's gonna give more pressure because it creates more space between your heat plate and the bottom. So if you do have an auto press, pressing pillows may help you increase the pressure. But if you're in the market for a heat press and you don't have arthritis issues and you're trying to choose between an auto and a clamshell, personally, I would go with a clamshell for instances like this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Wood rounds also do work great if you're needing to add pressure to an auto press. Really anything that's going to withstand the heat of the heat plate on top, not ruin your blank, and add a little bit more depth here at the bottom to create more pressure. Yes, Shannon, a Cricut pressing mat would also work. That's the same concept as of a pressing pillow. What it does is it traps heat, and this one is covered in Teflon. It just like it kind of like the heat stays in it. So I use these a lot if I'm doing sublimation with ceramics because they help with that. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop over to our share screen. And we're going to grab the font from Maker's Gonna Learn First. I'm gonna show you which font we're gonna be using. We already have it downloaded. But first, before we get started, this Funky Junkie would be such a fun font in like the metallic Super Puff.
I mean,
I think it's super cute.
I love it.
I do too.
Dilly dally.
Also, Dilly Dally would be really cute in Super Puff, but I don't know.
That would be it. I would have to test it.
We would have to test it. Is that what we used?
No. Please hold.
Please
We
hold.
used. It's oh, it is Rainbow
It is
Rhythm.
Rainbow Rhythm. I thought it was Rainbow Rhythm.
I like it.
So we are using Rainbow Rhythm for today's font. It's one of my favorites.
It's very cute.
So how you're gonna download that, and I probably will have to download it because I don't think it's on this computer, but to download this, you're gonna click this arrow pointing down. From there, you're gonna go to your downloads. You can see I have it here. We're gonna double click it because it is a zip file. And here it is unzipped. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop over to Design Space. I'm going to, where is my stuff? There it is. Beautiful. Here is the one that we did. I'm gonna go to customize. This is gonna pop up. You can see missing content. This project contains fonts that are not on this computer. So what do? Well, what you're gonna do is you are going to go back to your Finder. We have this unzipped. We're gonna double click this, okay? And we're gonna install the font. Now, if you're on a Mac, it's going to install into your font book. If you're on a PC, it's going to look a little bit different. It looks kind of like, it has like 72 point here, and then it keeps going down and down and down. It's your character map is the same thing as your font book. It's just two separate operating systems. So you're just going to install either way. It's then going to download onto your computer. And you can see this is our font book and all of the fonts that we have in our font book. But the problem is Cricut doesn't know that we have downloaded a new font because it's still in this window that we pulled up a while ago. So once you have downloaded a new font onto your computer, what you must do after that is come up here to View. You're gonna click View, and then you're going to reload Cricut Design Space. Now, when I reload, it's going to pull that same project that I was working on back in, but you're gonna notice that when it finally loads, there is not going to be a red bar go across the top because now it recognizes that we have downloaded that new font onto our computer. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is we are going to add a text box. I'll just go ahead and I'll just hide this guy. We're gonna add a text box. I'm gonna change my font to, I'm actually gonna go to System Fonts, and I'm gonna type in Rainbow Rhythm. And
Rhythm.
here it is. That's it. That's it. What we're gonna do is we're just going to type what we want. And of course, we're doing the vols, or the vols, whatever you wanna say. The vols, the vols. Now, before we go to cut it, the only other thing left to do is we're going to size it accordingly. So I'm gonna pull in my shirt here. Oh, no it's not, we're adding a glitter offset. What color do you want your glitter offset?
Do you want to just do a normal one first and then I can grab another shirt?
No.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. For vols. Ooh, I like that. I like it.
I'm trying to.
I like the champagne color, personally.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, like, cause
I really thought you would go with that one.
I mean, I love that color, but like, I like that the champagne's subtle and it matches the shirt.
But we don't want to go white.
No.
No. We want to go champagne?
Yeah.
Beauty-muss.
I think
I would either do
so.
champagne or black. And I know black sounds silly. If the leopard,
I wouldn't hate black. I like the champagne
I like
better.
the champagne. Is somebody, what just happened?
I've been watching. It's been doing that.
What's it doing?
It sounded like somebody was trying to FaceTime me.
Oh,
Did you hear it?
yeah, I thought
Sounded
I heard
like a
something
FaceTime.
too.
And then something happened on the share screen.
Weird.
Weird. Okay, champagne it is.
Yeah,
Champagne problems, man.
Wait, who's
Champagne.
behind Vinyl and Tool Supply? Tell us your name, Batman. Otherwise, we're gonna call you Batman.
I know her name. It's leaving me right now.
Tell us your name. Is it Sarah?
Maybe.
Is it Sarah?
That might be it.
Okay. Well, we love the champagne. Champagne offset and orange puff
Super puff.
Vols shirt.
Oh, wait, I think it's me. I think I'm touching the keyboard.
Oh, and it's like, brrr, it's like hitting the button.
Yeah, but it sounded like a FaceTime call.
It did. I know.
I'm an idiot.
Sarah Jane is present. Hi, Sarah
Jane.
Is that from Tarzan? Is that her name in Tarzan?
No, it's just Jane.
Oh, it's just Jane?
Just Jane.
Okay. I love it. Beauty.
Okay, I said I was gonna size it, and I never sized it.
Okay.
I pulled it out. The measuring tape, that is. Okay, so I'm gonna go with like, I think I wanna go with about 10 inches. I think that's what this one probably is. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go, you know, somewhere between 10 and 11 inches. So what I'm gonna do now, back in Design Space, we are going to size this, and we're sitting at 10.15. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come up here to offset, and we are going to add an offset. I think 0.25 is a little bit more than what I want. Maybe like a 0.2. How do we feel about a 0.2?
I like it.
I like.
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay, so now we have our offset here, and we have our Vols here. Now, there are a couple different ways that you can go about this but I'm not gonna, actually, you know, we're not gonna confuse you. I think if you're layering puff vinyl, your best bet is just to leave your base layer solid.
Yes.
Now, I can hear you all, I can hear some people say, wouldn't you want to slice this out and just have the offset so you're not layering so much vinyl? Actually, for this, no you don't. And the reason that you don't is because HTV specifically can shrink when you heat it up, and that if you slice it out to have your background like your glitter, this black being your glitter as a guide, what's gonna happen is that might shrink and then it doesn't line up perfectly with your puff. So I would leave your offset as a solid. It's not gonna matter when it comes to layering your puff over top of the glitter. It's not gonna make anything change. Trust me, we're just leaving our offset solid. In years past, you would have to unite before you went forward. However, in one of the updates, I'm pretty sure it was around a year and a half ago, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's about the right time frame. Cricut made it to where you don't have to unite your text if you've not manipulated your text in any specific way, and it's still, you can see on the, we'll go back to our share screen, you can see on the right hand side, it's still a text. That T is gonna tell you it's a text. When you go to make it, you can see that it automatically
Kerns it.
or it automatically welds it together.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Okay, so now we're just ready to cut. So I'm going to put mirror on both of these. We're gonna go back to our first one. This is gonna be our glitter layer. You might have to hand me that fabric grip mat because I don't think we have a super strong mat.
Yeah, I feel like.
I mean, I've got these right here, but I don't think they're strong enough for the glitter.
What in the world is that?
Oh, I don't know.
This ain't that. This ain't.
Oh, here's a brand new standard grip mat. This one should be fine.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna move this off the table. Catch.
Catch. What size is this? Large. Just my size. But you know.
Oh yeah, buddy. I don't even have trust issues with this mat, y'all.
I love when that happens. You can't beat a fresh mat.
Yeah, buddy.
You know.
Rolling like a big shot. I got songs stuck in my head for days today.
We were singing, or Lauren was singing Wizard of Oz, the Munchkin song earlier, because someone said that my daughter should be a Munchkin for Halloween.
But she doesn't even look like one.
She doesn't look like one. She's beautiful. Angel, precious. Georgia's like the most precious little baby I ever knew in my life. Well, and Ruby. They're my kids, so I have to say that, right? I believe it though, truly.
They are pretty darn precious.
They're precious.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to continue. We're gonna turn on our machine because it wasn't turned on. We're gonna move these guys out of the way. Gonna get some room here on the table.
I'm really excited about this offset.
I know, I am too. We're gonna be doing glitter. Glitter HTV. Glitter iron-on. I was real confused. Okay, and we are just going to pull this through. Now, yes, it's in there. My fine point blade is in there. Yes, okay, so now what I'm going to do, we just cut this on everyday iron-on, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyday iron-on.
Yeah.
We'll check it when it comes out. Okay, so I'm going to put our metallic super puff through our machine, everyday iron-on. And I am going to start weeding our glitter. I figured it was. Let me fix my mic for you guys.
Listen, I'm gonna post my pictures of my stuff at my market, and I don't want you guys coming for me for what I sell, okay? Promise me before I post it.
What do you mean coming at you for what you sell?
Because of all the Vols stuff that we sell.
Oh.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Well, okay, but first of all, you can, I feel like you can, like what you sold, it's not a problem because you and Lauren both, like she hand drew a replica of Neyland Stadium. You hand drew
I hand drew
Smokey.
everything, yeah.
You hand drew everything, so it's not a copyright image because you didn't take somebody else's licensed image. You just created your own version.
For most of it, yeah.
Okay.
I bought everything that I used. That makes you feel better. There was no stealing involved. Okay, I'll post it. I'll post it just for you guys
Okay.
in the Facebook group.
Vols. Vols.
Go Vols.
Go Vols.
Love it.
I'm sure y'all think we are absolutely absurd sometimes.
It's like I mean, y'all obviously like us because you be hanging out with us.
I don't know why they like us sometimes. We be crazy.
Cray cray. That orange looks so dark from the back,
I know.
but it's not.
It's the magic.
I love it.
I'm trying to like cut this and also save as much as I can, but not cut my design. So,
Debbie DeShong, I did regular vinyl on top of glitter and my shirt lasted at least 2 years and it was worn often. You know what? I made Ruby a shirt for Georgia football when she was 1 and it just now started peeling and like my Georgia daughter wore it and it's like just now starting to peel off. And I just wash it and dry it with all the rest of the clothes.
I love how you have to say, we made a shirt for Georgia football and now my Georgia daughter.
Just so you guys know. We didn't name our daughter after the Georgia football team either, just because my husband is a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan. My great-grandmother's name was Georgia, and his great-grandmother's name was Ruby.
You don't have to lie.
I'm not.
We know you named
Trey
your kid over, but we know that you named her after Georgia football.
Trey probably tells people that because he thinks it's so cool, but like that's not what he was easily on
He
board
does
with
it when you're
though.
not around.
Yeah,
for
he's like,
sure.
oh, no doubt in my mind. That is exactly something Trey would say. Yeah, we named her after a football team. My favorite
named her after a football team. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the Georgia Bulldogs.
My wife let me name our kid Georgia after my favorite football team. I hope he's not watching this.
Griff Moto will comment here in a minute.
Griff Moto, where are you at? Oh man.
If that's the case, you would have had one Georgia and one Vols.
Yeah, and Vols was not a name on my list. So, have you seen where people like make fun of names on TikTok and they're like, they just go off the wall? They're like, this is. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to hurt anybody's
This
feelings.
is going to be so cute.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that looks good. The tones are toning.
The tones are
like
toning.
the orange tones with that champagne is just looking good.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to tack this down first thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna lay this sucker down like this. And actually, I lied.
Sabrina, Make-a-thon includes your Make-a-thon ticket, your mystery box.
Yep.
There's gonna be a supply list before. We do some prep before where we email you and let you know like what you need to have ready. And then it will be on YouTube. We tried to do it on Zoom.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
And it'll be
the
on
first
YouTube.
year. We did it on Zoom the first year.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It's just doing it on YouTube, we get a lot higher quality.
Yes, for the replay.
For the replay.
Those of you that miss it, if you watch it on Zoom, the quality's awful.
Yeah. Okay, so what I just did, for those that are curious, I folded my shirt in half like this, and I lined it up, and then I took it like this, and I laid it sideways just across the top where I'm gonna be doing, and so I can get like a crease down the middle. It's hard for you all to tell from there, but you can kind of see it when I move it around. Now I have a crease on this shirt to show me where the middle point is. And now I can lay it down, and I can use that crease as a guide for placing my design, which I'm also going to fold, and we'll go overhead and I'll show you this one. I'm going to line up the edges. And I don't go by this. It just so happens that this lines up. I'm going by the edge of this V and the S. So really, I guess I need to bring it over this way a little bit. About like that. And then I'm just going to crease right here at the bottom, not where my HTV is, okay? Beautiful. And you can crease at the top as well if you want to. Like that. So now I have a crease in the transfer tape, right, or in the front of your HTV there and there. And now I can bring it over here and line it up to that crease, which I need to do. Another thing that I like to do, I know this is silly, but I like to pull my shirt up and kind of also like look at it. Does that look centered? No? Yes?
Maybe come to this way.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to come over to the left a little bit,
Just like a hair.
So I'm just gonna bring it about right there. Beautiful. I'm gonna bring my t-shirt ruler in, putting that on that center line.
Donna, depending on the makeup of your shirt, it is good to pre-wash them, especially if they have any cotton.
Yeah, or they don't say pre-shrunk cotton.
Yeah, pre-shrunk cotton is really the best to buy for blanks, especially if you're wanting to sell.
Okay, now I am going to be tacking this down at 275. This is not the normal time. Not the normal time for
Glitter.
Not the normal, for glitter, but it's also not the normal time, but not the normal temperature. Because we are gonna be pressing this a few different times. So I'm just gonna leave it at the temperature for my puff and go from there. But because it is a lower temperature.
Right.
We do need to press it. I'll probably do it for about 30 seconds.
If y'all are looking for links to any of this stuff, make sure to check the description of the video. We always put links to the files we use as well as the supplies that we use.
Yes.
So everything is down there. Now, I don't know if we linked this cheetah print t-shirt, but I can go find it for you.
We probably didn't, because this is just a t-shirt that we had in the office so that we wouldn't have to buy a new one.
Yes, but I love this shirt. We have been saving it and forever, like, to use it for something.
Okay, now we get to the fun part. We're gonna be adding our puff. Ooh.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. That must be on the front. Okay, it is. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to line this up evenly with my glitter. And y'all, I would do this overhead, and the reason that I'm not is because as soon as I do it overhead, I'll have to move it, and then it's gonna move my stuff, and I don't want it to do that. So, we're pressing this at 275 for 10 seconds. And then there's gonna be another press. So we're tacking this down. You can do this without a Teflon sheet. I'm only doing it with a Teflon sheet because I don't know, we have a protector on top of our press. I've just gotten used to adding the Teflon sheet strictly because we use this press for both sublimation and heat transfer vinyl. And there are times that we are absent-minded, me, as in myself. I'm absent-minded and forget to add butcher's paper when I'm sublimating. So I use a Teflon sheet as kind of like a protective barrier to protect my garment. Really the only reason. So 10 seconds, and then we're going to pull it up, and then we're gonna press again for another 10 seconds.
Let me check this clamshell heat press link. Oh, there is a 404. Also, just so you guys know, HGV Ront has a clamshell heat press now for $199.
Now, I am going to let this cool down just a little bit because if you try to peel this while it's hot, you run a risk of pulling your vinyl up. So I'm going to let the adhesive cool. It needs to be a completely cold peel, so we will bring this over here. Okay. You see it's not puffed yet. It has not puffed at all. We're letting this cool down.
So 143 only has the StarCraft Swing Away heat press right now for $449. So I'm gonna link that one, but I'm gonna link you guys a cheaper alternative as well, because that's a pricey.
Are you guys seeing this? Please tell me they're seeing the reveal. It's not puffed yet because we have to press again.
It's crazy how much that little sheet makes it look so matte.
I know, Alicia.
It's
I'm
like a
obsessed
big
with
reveal.
this.
I know, I love it.
This is what you need to do.
For my market.
For your
this
market.
weekend. I'll have to use what we have.
This is what you need to do for... Okay, so this is what it looks like not puffed. Are y'all seeing this?
Ooh, I love it.
Now what we're gonna do is we're going to bring it back over here. This is where you do need your Teflon sheet. And we're gonna press it for 10 more seconds, which is going to give it that super puff on heavy pressure, okay?
This is gonna take it, cause like right now, it's only hitting the light whenever Lauren like lifts up the shirt, but now it's gonna have that 3D effect.
Now, one thing I wanna make clear is that the glitter is going to give it a little bit of a different texture underneath, but it's still cute.
Let me see. Ooh, I love it. The glitter is really making it pop off.
Are y'all, look at this. Look how pretty.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm obsessed.
I am obsessed. So let me show you what I mean by...
That glitter is Gorgina. We have
know.
not used that glitter before.
Let me show you what I mean by it's going to give it a different, like it's gonna give the puff a little bit of a different texture, which I don't hate. It looks more like foil than it does like smooth puff. If you want smooth puff, look right here. If you want smooth puff like this one, I suggest two things. Number one, either not layering it, which this is smooth. Let me be clear, this puff is smooth. It's just the glitter behind it does give it a little bit of a different look, okay? So this is with nothing behind it. You can also get this similar effect if you use the Caesar flock, which we have a video on how to layer flock vinyl behind super puff, okay? And this is what I mean by the glitter is going to give it a little bit of a different texture, but it's not even a texture, it's still super puff, but where the glitter does have, it just looks like glitter, but this one to me looks even puffier than this one.
It does.
it looks so much puffier than this one. I think the
interesting,
glitter
actually.
gives it that extra puff look.
Yeah, it must.
Do you see what it means?
Yeah.
See? I'm absolutely obsessed.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to make some of that. Like, I can't even deal.
There's no words.
I have no word. The glitter is like the most sparkliest glitter I've ever seen, and it's not translating in the video because I'm looking at it
but
right
I
now.
mean, it's the thing is I love it.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
just a different look. To me, this looks so much more puffier than this does.
And it's so interesting because the Vols color even looks different because it does have a different texture, but
Yeah.
it's the same. Y'all, we use the same kind of vinyl.
I love it.
Hey friends, so something different today for you guys here at Maker's Gonna Learn. I'm gonna be doing a craft that Lauren and Courtney have been begging me to make. One of our favorite crafters is Schmoxed here on YouTube. If you guys have not checked out his channel, I'm gonna put a link in the description below for you all. He has the coolest crafting content. If you like somebody who likes to experiment and do lots of fun, unique crafts, you're gonna wanna follow him. But he put out this mineral wash t-shirt idea, and they have been on me about making a video with this exact technique. So we're gonna try it today. I've got some screen printing ink, I've got rocks, I've got a toddler's t-shirt, some gloves. So it's gonna get messy, it's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys are ready. Go ahead, click subscribe if you're not already. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we're gonna jump right into it. So, I'm gonna start out with just a basic black tee. Now the darker your t-shirt is, the better this is gonna pop off because we're gonna be using some white screen print ink. So I've got a black t-shirt here and I'm gonna give you guys the makeup of this. I wanna say it's 100% cotton. This is actually 60% cotton, 40% recycled polyester. So if for some reason this does not work out the way that we expect it to, maybe it's because it's not 100% cotton, but we're just gonna try and work with what we've got. So you're gonna need a shirt, you're gonna need some screen printing ink. This is the Speedball screen printing ink that we just had in the studio already. You're gonna need something to put water in. I've got something to mix the paint and water. And then you're gonna need some pebbles. Now you can just literally go into your yard and get some of these. You can go get some from the Dollar Tree. They have them in the floral section. So these are round pebbles. The rounder they are, I feel like the better it's gonna be because we're gonna be rolling them. So get you some of the roundest pebbles you can find. And then we are gonna put a little bit of water in this, so just like a container that you don't care to mess up, and a plastic spoon. And then you're obviously gonna need some gloves, unless you're crazy, like Schmox, he just went in barehanded. Listen, to each their own. I've got gloves today because I don't wanna mess up my manicure. Let's get into it. Okay, so I just put like a little smidge of water. I can't give you an exact measurement for a smidge, but if I had to guess, I've got like 6 to 10 tablespoons of water in there. Okay, so just a little bit. You can always add more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and open up our ink. And I'm just gonna scoop a little out at a time. Now this screen printing ink is very saturated. Ink in general is very saturated, but we're just going to mix it into this water. So the ink is kind of chunky. I'm just kind of pushing the spoon on top of the chunks of ink to smush them out. That way they kind of blend into the water. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. All right, y'all, so this is the final form. There's still some chunks in there, but this is not about perfection in my opinion. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna take a few of these rocks and just drop them in. I'm gonna do 5 and kind of roll them around inside of there. And then pull them out. I don't want them to be sopping. So I'm just gonna kind of let them drip. I'm actually gonna start on the back of this shirt. And then what you're gonna do is start rolling these around, and a part of me feels like 5 is too many, so we're just going to be rolling this around all over. And if you get like chunks of ink, you can kind of spread them out with your glove. So it's gonna look crazy, but this is really I think it's gonna be more of like a trust the process type of thing. So when y'all are rolling this, you don't want to do it in the same motion. You want to kind of roll one direction and then move another direction just to make sure we're not getting any repeating patterns. Otherwise it starts to look like you did it yourself. And you know, I always say, I don't want people to ask me if I made something. I want them to ask me where I bought it from. So you want it to look like you bought it and you didn't make it. I'm a little iffy right now. I'm like 50-50 on if people are gonna ask me if I bought it or if I made it. All right, I'm gonna flip it over and we're gonna work on the front. So I'm gonna actually turn the shirt on its side so I can make sure I'm not missing anything at these edges. And if you get a bunch of ink, I've just been taking a rock and kind of going over it, kind of buffing it out, rolling over it a bunch of times. You can even take your gloved hand and kind of buff it out if you need to. So I'm getting these little like white chunks of screen print ink, and it's because I have not, like some of that screen printing ink is settled or I didn't mix it well enough. So I'm gonna keep mixing it because I really am not loving like these that get on here. I'm trying to buff them out, but I just don't love it. It doesn't look awful, but I don't know. It's just not the vibe. So I'm gonna keep mixing this together. Okay, so I've mixed it together a lot better now. I'm gonna try to do it this way and hope we don't get as many of those little ink speckles on our shirt as before. Okay, this is phase 1. So we're gonna need to heat set this, and then I'm going to take it home to wash and then bring it back. I'm thinking it's gonna fade because that's what everyone else's shirts have looked like. So it fades a little bit, and then we can add some more if we want to. Right now, I'm trying to trust the process, but what do you guys think so far? Is it giving mineral wash? Is it giving carpenter shirt? I don't know. Let's wash it and then check back in. So I have an iron here. Do not put the steam setting on. If it does have steam settings, just make sure they are off. I'm gonna let that heat up, and then we are gonna put a Teflon sheet over this to heat set it, and then I will take it home to wash it. So if I didn't heat set this, some of it would wash out, I believe, but I don't want any of it to, so we're just gonna set it in there. So I'm just gonna lay this over it and then run the iron over everything. Okay, so our shirt is heat set, and now we're gonna throw it in the washer, and then we will check back in. Okay, so this is a week later, and I have ran this shirt through the wash, and honestly, I was thinking I was gonna need to do another coat of the screen printing and rocks, but y'all, this turned out so good, and it looks like an acid wash tee. So all we need to do now, it's been washed, it's been dried, and I'm gonna put some HTV on here, and then we'll be done. I cannot wait to see the finished product. Okay, so you get a slightly closer up view here of the shirt, It honestly, I don't know if it's translating on screen as well as it looks in real life, but it looks so cute. It's got that perfect acid wash look to it, and I'm just in love. So we're just gonna get a standard grip mat. I've got some white HTV here, and we're gonna put Bro on this. I think that will be super cute. We don't need a whole lot of vinyl, and obviously we're gonna put the shiny side down. And I'm gonna measure this shirt just to be sure before we actually go in and cut it, because it is a toddler shirt. So let's just make this like 5.5 wide. We don't want it too wide because then it starts looking crazy. So we'll do 5.5 and maybe 6. And I want to go with a pretty bold font. So I'm just gonna open up a text box. I have a font in mind, but I need to see if it's the one that I want. Let's see. Just Bro, period. And I'm gonna go to our system fonts, and I want just a bold, very simple font. Like, that's not exactly what I'm thinking. Even a typewriter font would be really cute for this one. Okie dokie, so we're gonna go with this bold typewriter font, and then I'm just going to size it to the correct width. So I'm gonna do 5.75. That way we're kind of in the middle of both. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click make, and you can save your project here. And then we're gonna go ahead and mirror it and then hit continue. Okay, and then we're gonna be cutting this on Everyday Iron-On with our Explore 3, and we can go ahead and send it into the Cricut. So while that's cutting, I'm just gonna put this on the medium heat setting using my Cricut Mini Easy Press. These are the best when you're working with simple t-shirt designs like this because they're so easy to use and they heat up super fast. And then we'll go ahead and get our shirt laid out. Okay. And then we just need to weed. I am gonna cut off the excess of this vinyl and then weed it. Dokie, so we've got our design right here. And then before I press this, I'm going to fold this shirt in half and give it a good little press right up here at the upper chest. That way we have kind of a midline so we can apply our vinyl in the right spot and we know where the exact middle is. So this is like a little t-shirt hack. Okay, and then you can take your design, fold it in half to make a halfway mark. I don't count the period for the middle if that matters to any of you all. I just kind of measure it in half with the actual word. Okay, so there's the midline. You can unfold your shirt. And then you can line the middle of your design up with the middle of your shirt. And make sure it's straight. And then we will just iron this on. Okay, and then this is a worm peel. So just remove your carrier sheet. And you are done. Okay, so this was a technique that I was really nervous about. I thought there's no way it's gonna work, but you know what? I'll try it. Courtney swore it was gonna be cute and she was not wrong. I'm not disappointed. I think this turned out so cute and this is such a fun project that you all can make today. So just something a little bit different than the normal plain t-shirt. You're gonna be able to do this distressing effect and then add whatever vinyl that you want onto it. So I hope you guys like this video. If you wanna see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so you're notified every time that we post. And if you wanna join in on our membership, make sure to click the link, the first link in the description. That's gonna get you into our membership for only $1, okay? So we would love to have you as a part of our community and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I'm about to blow y'all's mind because if you've been on the internet at all and you are into birthday decorating or anything along those lines, just like event decorating, you've probably seen these craft paper banners, okay? I have seen them all over the place. I've even had them painted like for my daughter's birthdays, and I just want you guys to know that you can do this on your own. So I'm going to show you today how you can take a cardboard box and your cell phone and make your own design and make your own little birthday banners. Y'all are going to be hooked. This is the coolest craft project I've done in so long, and I cannot wait to show you guys how to do this. So let's go ahead and go over what you're going to need to complete this project. So you're gonna need a cell phone that has a flashlight. Obviously, I've got a flashlight here, or you can just use any standard flashlight. You're gonna need some inkjet transparency film. Now, I have written in permanent marker here which side is the front, which side is the back, because it does matter when you're using inkjet transparency film which side you print on. But this paper is not super expensive. You can get it on Amazon. I'm going to link everything down below in the description for you guys. But this stuff has come in such good handy for lots of different craft projects, and it's perfect for what we're going to be doing today. So, inkjet transparency film. I've got a box here. This is just like literally a standard box, I want to say. I'll tell you guys the size measurements on this, but y'all, it does not matter that much how big or small your box is. This one is a little over 12 inches by a little, almost a foot. It's almost a square box, okay? So nothing super crazy, just a box that you've got laying around that you don't mind to cut into. And then I've just got some tape for the box. I've got this roll of craft paper. Now this is the Dollar Tree Element. They have these rolls at the Dollar Tree. You're gonna be able to get probably 2 or 3 banners out of this craft paper roll. So you're gonna get more than one, and it's only $1.25 for a roll of this, which I think is such a good deal. And then obviously you're just gonna need some paints in the color scheme of your choice. So we're gonna be doing a cute little Tutti Frutti happy birthday banner for Holly's little girl in the studio. And I've just got some paintbrushes here in a variety of sizes as well. And you're also gonna need to make sure you've got some white paint, because we're working with this craft paper brown. When you go in with colors like yellow or orange, if you don't put a white base on them, they're very dull. So we wanna make sure everything is popping off of that craft paper. So we'll put down a white base first. And then I've also got some black just for the letters and stuff like that. You're gonna need a box cutter. And that is everything. That's it, you guys. Obviously, you're gonna need a printer because we're printing on inkjet transparency film, and we are using the Canon Pixma. I'm gonna link everything below for you guys. So if you want to get your hands on a new printer, that's the one that we recommend. So once you get into Canva, we're going to create our design. So I'm just going to select created a design here, and then we're going to go to custom size. Now we're going to be printing this on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So technically we could put it on that size document, but we've got to consider the shape of our banner, which is more rectangular. So I'm going to make this 8 by 4. So we're going to do 8 by 4 inches, and then we're going to create a new design. And then from here, you can start adding in elements that relate to your party. Now, you've got to remember, this is going to be the shadow of whatever element you put on it. So you don't want to get anything that has a lot of detail unless you have an artistic hand and you can go in and paint those details later. What's going to help a lot right here is picking basic shapes and basic fonts that you can trace that have a simple outline. So we're going to start by adding our text, and I'm going to just start with happy birthday. And we're going to be using the font Mary Catherine. This is a Maker's Gonna Learn font. If you are new to our channel, we are a membership-based crafty subscription service. So you basically become a member and then you get access to all of our fonts and our files. We've got thousands upon thousands of both. And then you can use them for your own personal use as well as commercial use. So we've got happy birthday right here. I'm gonna add some spacing. Just a little bit, and then I'm gonna duplicate that, and we're gonna type in Emerson. We're gonna do this font in a script just to give it some playfulness. And this font is called Baby Cakes. This is one of my favorite script fonts. I am going to kern the letters so they're a little bit closer to one another. And then we can make it a little bit bigger. So cute. And now we can go in and add our fruits. So we're doing a Tutti Frutti theme. So there's going to be lots of cute little fruits that we can use here. And we're going to use these shapes from the Makers Gonna Learn website, which I think are adorable. And we're going to throw in a little pineapple over here. Now the fruits are behind the words, and so if we want to separate the fruits from the words, you can actually add a stroke on your text, meaning there's an outline around your letters. So I'm just gonna select this happy birthday, then come up here to effects, and we're gonna select outline. And then I'm gonna change this from a gray outline to a white outline, and it's at a 50-point thickness, which is actually perfect for what I need. But I'm just gonna copy and do the same exact thing for Emerson as well. So I'm gonna select Emerson, select outline, and then change that to white, which kind of separates the text from the actual images. So you're still able to move these images around if you want to, and you can move the words around, but it still keeps them separated. Now we are using colored images here, so before we go to save it, we're gonna need to change these fruits to either a black or a super dark gray. So what I'm gonna do is select the image, and then we're gonna go to edit, and I'm gonna go to duotone, and you can see there's this mono option here. This is gonna darken it, which is gonna allow us to get a better shadow effect when we actually go to emit the shadow onto the wall. So we want to make sure that these images are super dark, and if for some reason that's not dark enough, you can even go to adjust, and you can turn that brightness all the way down. Okay, this is going to make it completely dark. So I've turned the brightness all the way down, the contrast all the way up, and then the highlight can just stay where it's at. So we'll repeat. So with the pineapple, we'll just turn the brightness all the way down and the contrast all the way up. So once everything is completely blackened, we're going to go ahead and hit share and download. So we're going to be downloading this as a PNG with a transparent background. If you don't have Pro access, that's totally fine. Just download it as it is. Your printer's not going to print the white part anyways. And then I'm just going to hit download. So now we will just open up our image, and you can see there's a white outline around it, obviously. That is totally fine. It's not really gonna print anything anyways. We just need these black elements so that we can get a good trace. So from here, I'm going to go File, Print, and make sure you have your correct printer selected. I'm going to go to Media and Quality so we can feed it from the rear tray. And then I'm gonna select Best Quality. And then we're gonna go to layout, and I am going to select flip horizontally. Now, if for some reason you don't see this, you can save your image, pull it back into Canva, and then flip your image that way, because you can't just flip text in Canva easily. Let me actually show you guys how to do that, just in case you are unsure. So let's say that you wanted to flip this image. Let me show you. If I select everything, it's not gonna give me the option to flip my image. If I select just this pineapple, it does give me the option. If I select the words, it doesn't give me the option. So what you need to do is save it as a PNG, just like we did. We're gonna duplicate this page or add a page. And then we're going to upload what we just saved. So that happy birthday PNG, we're gonna upload that from our downloads, okay? It's sitting in our downloads. And now it thinks it's an image. So Canva thinks it's an image, meaning it's gonna allow us to flip our image. So you can select it, pop it in, and then we're gonna be able to flip Okay, does that make sense? So that way everything is on one level. It's easily, Canva's gonna think that it's an image, so we can flip it horizontally, and then you can save it and just print it as is. Or you can do it how we did it the first time, where we saved it and then we mirrored it from the print dialog box. And then just go ahead and hit print. Okay, so I did explain to you guys how to flip your image, but honestly, y'all, this is inkjet transparency film, meaning it's transparent. So if you need to flip your image, you can simply flip your paper over, okay? Easy peasy, right? So this is our piece. Now, I did not change the duotone on our pineapple, and it did come out a little yellow and green. That's okay. We'll reprint it so that it's completely black. So you are going to need to make sure to use the duotone filter and then lower your contrast to make everything completely black. But really, this is so dark, it's still going to cast the shadow pretty well. So make sure everything's super dark. And then from there, you're going to need to get your box. All right, so this doesn't have to be super neat or anything. As long as your design is showing, you're gonna be good to go. So I'm going to just take a Sharpie and kind of trace a line. You can even kind of put some dots down here. And then just make sure that your design fits within the square that you're drawing on here. Okay, and then we'll just set this to the side, get your handy dandy box cutter, and we're gonna cut this square out. Be super careful here. Okay, and then you want to make sure you're putting your image onto your box reversed. And we're just going to take some tape and make sure that our design is taped to our box. All right, and then from there, this is where we're gonna put the phone in the box. We're gonna project it on the wall and we will start tracing. So let's go over and we're gonna get that done. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this all the way out. I'm gonna put some tape down on one side so it kind of holds it while I'm trying to work, and then we can put it up on the wall. That would be great. Like, just lay it over. Okay, so then we're gonna take our box that we made. We're gonna put our phone down inside of it with the flashlight on. Okay, flashlight's on. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it's gonna go inside your box, okay? Now, we're gonna place it, and we may have to move it. We may have to adjust. We may have to like prop it on some stuff, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna figure it out and it's gonna work. So you can kind of see, right now, we've got the lights on. Can y'all see? We're getting like a very faint projection here. Let's turn the lights off and y'all really be able to see it.
Since I have my tape actually doing it.
Go ahead.
All right, so I finished tracing this. It really did not take that long, you guys. You probably can't even see it from where you're at, but we're about to paint it white, so you're really gonna be able to see it. But this was so easy to trace. I can't believe I've waited this long to create one of these. I was so intimidated by it, and it was just so easy. So we're gonna lay this on the table and we're gonna start painting. So I've got some different Deco Art paints here. You can use whatever brand of acrylic paint that you prefer. Just make sure if you are using lots of color that you get a good amount of white, because we're gonna need to paint everything white first, and then we'll go back in with the colors, because a lot of times when you're using colors, especially like yellow and orange, on this brown, they're very transparent. So you wanna make sure everything's painted white and then go back and paint the top coat with the color. So We're gonna start off with the white and paint everything that's gonna be colored in white. And I think we're gonna do our words in black, so we won't actually have to do those twice. We can just go straight in with the black and paint them that color. So I'm gonna start by painting our first coat on the fruits. And I'm just gonna put our paint on a paper plate. Just kicking it old school, nothing fancy. And then I recommend any of the horsehair paint brushes. Most of the time these have the blue handles if you go to Hobby Lobby, and they have brown bristles. The black Taklon wash set is really good, but the blue handles with the brown hairs, those are my absolute favorite. These are honestly not bad either though. So I'm gonna get out, I like these rounded tip ones. Let me show you all the difference really quick. So depending on what you're painting, honestly, like don't overthink this. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of advice. If you're painting something that has rounded edges or is a little bit more cartoony, such as this birthday banner, a rounded edge brush is going to be better. If you're painting something a little bit more crisp or modern or precise, a square tip brush is going to be better. So like this one. But I personally, like my style fits with these rounded brushes a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to be using. But if you're just really confused, because I know there's thousands of brushes, y'all don't overthink the brushes. Just get you a variety set and then figure it out from there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna speed this up so you guys don't have to sit and watch me paint for however long this takes me. I'm hoping not very long though, so we shall see. All right, so we finished painting it. Now we're gonna go hang it up so you guys can get a good final shot. I think you all are gonna love it. All right, what did you all think about it? I think this turned out so cute, and honestly, it's one of the funnest crafts that I have done in a long time. Funnest, is that a word? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you all think about this craft, and if you're gonna be doing this for your own special events coming up. If you liked what you saw, you can join in on our Crafty membership for just $1. I put a link in the description for you all, so you can click that link, and for $1, you can have access to all the files and fonts that we use today. So make sure to follow that link. Check out our website. We would love to have you as a part of our community. And until next time, I'm gonna pop a video in here so you guys can watch. If you really liked what you saw here, you're gonna love this video. I'll see you all in the next one.